While I'm waiting for my remarkable Paper Pro to turn up, yes, of course, I did order one, I thought I'd show you how I use my Supernote A6X as a journal. I'm a daily journaler for the most part, nothing too deep. I just try and write every morning about what's going on in life, what's going on in my head, and I'll show you how I kind of organize all that with my Supernote. So first, I make a new notebook for every month. I make a new notebook, I title it, like this is September 2024, and I make my daily entries. And the style might change up from month to month, but let's just do this. This is Monday, September 16th. I'm not an artist or graphic designer, so I just have this simple format that I made up. And then I write. And there it goes. By the way, palm rejection on the Supernote is really good. I find it even better if I have this little toolbar across the bottom turned off, which you can do just by tapping twice quickly in the middle and it goes away. And if you don't like having that toolbar there on the left, you can hide that way. And here we go, right. One of my favorite things about the Supernote system is the ability to make a table of contents for your notebooks. So for this particular month, I made a separate page for each week, and I used the built-in template for the week format just as another way of keeping track of things. And you can just make that into a heading that makes it a working link in the table of contents. Last month I had like a walking log and a writing log that I added to the table of contents. Just depends what's on my mind that month. I will show you how to do that. So let's say I want to make a special section for, whatever I'm going to be writing about with my Remarkable Paper Pro. My handwriting is not great here, but you would choose the lasso tool and circle the thing that you want to make into a heading. So there's that, and then you're going to tap H for heading, and you can pick whatever style of heading that you want, and you just tap that, and it makes it for you, and it kind of shows it highlighted there on the page, and there it is now in the index. And I just find this is a great way to journal. I much prefer the heading option over tags. You can link to other pages, other notebooks. There's a lot of things you can do with the lasso tool. Let's say I want to make a to-do item out of something in my journal. So I don't know, let's just say I wrote, I need to remember to make a photo album for someone's birthday. I can circle that with the lasso tool and turn that into a to-do. So lasso tool, circle it. Then you're going to choose the calendar icon. You have to tap that once so that you can choose to do. And it's going to convert it to text. And that's close enough for me, honestly. Put a due date, going to try and get that done by the end of the month. And confirm, and then add. Now it's been added to my to-dos, which is a separate feature on the Supernote that I forgot to record for this video. Anyway, another time. Another thing that's pretty useful is the star system. If you want to remember something you wrote about in your journal, some, like revelation you had, some personal insight, and you want to quickly find that important day again when you're going back through your notes, you can use the Supernote's star system, and you draw a star. That was not a good one, so it didn't like it. Try that again. You draw a star, draw a better star. Let's try it. Here we go. Draw a better star. Okay, that recognized it. And it converts it to, kind of like a little bookmark in the note. And so when you go to the table of contents, you can find all the locations you starred. Let's get our camera right. Okay. Tap on star up there, and it's going to show you, every page you starred, and you can like tap on those to see what it was that you said. Something to know with both those features, the table of contents and the star, those don't function once you have exported this to a PDF. They live in the excuse me, they live in the note version of the note. And that's fine for me. And that's one reason I break these up by month instead of having one gigantic note that I'm going to have to wade through. I'm not keeping like a 700-page journal for the year of 2024. I make it a separate note for every month. And so usually the most one of these is going to be is like 50 or 60 pages. It's not too hard to just search it manually if I need to, which I rarely do. I feel like the real benefit of journaling is in the process of writing, just doing it, not like reading it back later. I don't know. What do you think? I rarely go back and reread my journals. I really do think the benefit is in the act of it. So with my kind of system, what I do is when I'm done with a month of journaling, and again, the journal can have a lot more types of pages than this has because you can use a different template for every page if you want. So for example, these pages I made to go over my weeks are, that's a different template. That's a built-in Supernote template. You can use as many templates as you want in a given notebook. So when I'm just journaling, it's just a blank page or maybe a dot grid. So when I'm done with the month, the other thing is whenever I start the new journal for the month, I make it a quick link on the sidebar. So you can make it quick access the whole note, which means when I go to my notebook, if I'm like looking at something else on the Supernote, I can just swipe down on the sidebar and it will be in the menu there. And usually I keep the previous couple months in the quick access bar to easily get. And then after maybe 3 or 4 months, I take it off to make room for whatever else. So when I'm done with the month, I export it to PDF. Just tap that and export. And then you need to make sure you select all pages so they all go. And you can even do this via QR code, which is kind of interesting. But what I do is, just export, just the original handwriting, and then I sync my Supernote, which I'll show you in a second. And once it's exported and I can access the PDF through the Supernote app on my laptop or on my phone, then I put that PDF in the month's journal, the PDF of the month's journal into a folder on Dropbox. And I have a folder for each year. So right now it's 2024 journals. I put September 2024 in there, and that is my archive of my journals. And I know I said I don't read these back, so if that's the case, why do I keep an archive? Well, I don't know. I'm just one of those people, and what if 10 years from now I really want to know what I was doing in September 2024, if Dropbox still exists, if we all still exist, they'll be there. The syncing has gotten so much faster than it used to be when I first got this, which is great. Those last couple percentages take a little longer, but it used to be a lot worse. Another thing Supernote has done this year is really step up their game with the Supernote app. It functions much more like the Remarkable app, which I've always loved, and I'll show you what I mean. So it's syncing everything that's on my Supernote right now, and even though once you export it to PDF, the links and stuff aren't going to work, before you export it, while it's still in the notebook version of itself on the app, it does work. So that table of contents is there. You can click on it and get to the bookmark. And that's it. Again, this is the Supernote A6X, and what I just showed is mostly what I use it for. It saves me from buying lots of notebooks and, wanting to destroy journals if they aren't perfect, or trying to figure out where to, store them or throw them away. I fill it up for the month. I use the Supernote taking tools, the table of contents, the star system, and when I'm done, export it to PDF. Put it in my Dropbox, so that is my personal archive of my journals. FYI, in case anyone's wondering, this is actually a Books pen, and I got a clip on there. I had to really squeeze it on there with a pair of pliers to make it fit right. But I just like how this feels on the Supernote surface. It's like a little sticky and squeaky, and I like that because I'm weird that way. Again, this is the A6X. This is not the Nomad or the A6X2. It is the A6X. I've had it a few years now. It's still going great. And I use it as my daily journal. And I think in my next video, I'll be showing you the Remarkable Pro Paper Pro. And I have high hopes and also concerns. Oh, by the way, thank you for all your comments on my question about should I show my face. You don't care, and that's great. Oh, quick update on the Kobo color. I'm loving it. The battery life has proved to be fantastic. I love annotating with the pen instead of just using the highlighter, and no regrets. It's great. I haven't picked up my Kindle since I got it, and I have a clear case on it right now with a pop socket. It's my first pop socket. When I'm traveling or putting it in a bag to go out, I'll actually put it in the case to protect the screen. But at home, I use it like this. That's all I've got. I will see you next time.